Hello and welcome to the Trade Ideas Market Recap for Thursday, February the 13th. My name is Barry Anderson and I'm the moderator of the Trading Room. This is the Trading Room address and you can log in as a guest or you can use your Facebook or your Twitter account to log in. Most of us are in the room from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday to Friday, but the room is open 24/7. So if you'd like to post a question about perhaps the program itself or something you read in the room today, feel free to do so and I'll attempt to answer you as quickly as I can. Now, the format in the room is most of us have the Trade Ideas program, and we will be posting symbols all day long that we have received from some of the strategies that we use. All of us have different strategies, and so you will see postings of symbols, and sort of it's a collective effort then to take a look at the symbols and see whether or not we think it's a good trade. Some might look at a symbol and think, yes, that's for me, or some might just pass on it. But it's a great way though to have a lot of eyes looking at the same sort of thing. And what I do is in this blog is I will go over the trades that I actually took and post it in the room. And by post it, I mean I will say I've taken this trade. Here's my price that I'm in, and here are my exits. And of course, it's all real time. So that is basically what I do. So let's go to my chart, and we're going to start taking a look at some of the trades I took. But before I do that, I would like to take a look at the SPY first. And SPY was interesting because you notice that here's where it closed yesterday, and it really sold off early morning, and so it opened up very weak today. But what happened is it basically was in an upswing for most of the day. I mean, there were a couple little jogs down, but basically the trend was up for the whole day. So that meant that a lot of the momentum trades would work well. And funnily, or strangely, I should say, is that one of the setups that I really like, my reversals, which I talked about in my previous two blogs, actually they did not work that well today. It's not so much that they didn't work, I just didn't really receive that many alerts. I'm going to run over one trade I did take, but they didn't work that well, and I guess the reason is that we need for reversals to work. I think we need a little more action in the SPY downwards to create the downward draft in some stocks, and then they have the chance to bounce. But a lot of the stocks were already down to begin the day, and they basically uplifted with the market. So my reversals didn't really work that well today. But let's take a look at one that I did take, and I also want to bring in the SPY as a comparison. And I was alerted to PEP, right around this level. And I was actually, I'm wrong. I was alerted to it up here, but it kept moving down and down and down. I remember even saying in the room, I hope it gets close to the whole number of 79, because I always think that a bounce off the whole number is a lot more powerful. And so that's what happened. It's made its way down. Now this on a percentage basis here because I've got my SPY chart, but this is around 79, and it bounced up and it got into this level, and I thought, great, I'll take the trade. The market's strong. Bounces should work today. But look what happened. It really did nothing. And as I'm watching the SPY moving up, and I'm seeing this not doing anything and chopping around, that to me was a real warning signal to get out of the trade, because I thought that, if it's for this is right now not wanting to move with the market. It should be. The market's strong, market's up. It's my pattern that I like, but it's not. So I actually exited just for 4 cents profit, and I was glad to do that because right after that it definitely collapsed all the way down. I certainly would have been stopped out. Yes, it recovered by the end of the day, but that's what I saw. I did take a couple of other bounce trades, and they almost did the same thing. So, I guess on a day where the market is in a constant uptrend, it doesn't really for whatever reason these bounce plays didn't work that well. So let's take a look at a couple of the trades that I did that did work quite well. Let me get rid of the comparison, and this was VHC. Now, I was alerted to this on this particular strategy, which is kind of a breakout strategy, and it was at 10:33 in the morning, and the price was 17.10. So right in this area here is when I received the alert, and notice the candle expanded right through. I was lucky. I mean, remember the alert was at 17.10, and I bought it as it was going up. I was lucky to get that, and then the next candle, and this is a two-minute charts candle, so I mean this expanded really quickly for me, and that's what you really obviously like to see. You know, this was like a 32-cent rise in about 4.5 minutes, I think. And when it went up through this area and chopped around here, the conservative nature in me is to take half the trade off, and that's what I did. I held the rest, and I watched it go through 18. I watched it go all the way up here. I guess hindsight, I should have sold in this area, but as it came down, I thought I was going to get rid of it before it went through 18, and so I sold at 1802, the second half, the last half. But from 1718 to 1802 on half, great trade in my opinion on a $17 stock. And the last one I want to take a look at is CRK. CRK at 1038. And at 1038, the price was 914, so it was right in this area. Now, I should tell you that earlier on, this strategy is my sort of my go-to momentum strategy, and there were some fantastic trades early on that I basically kind of missed out on. The reason being is that when I received the alert, the candles just expanded so quickly, and I just didn't feel like I could chase it. And I'm not talking about this candle, obviously, but on other ones. I think CTRP was one that just was an awesome trader today, but I kept missing it because the candles kept expanding too quickly on me. So when I saw this one, and again, I'm looking at 1914, and I missed it. And I was watching it go up, and when it got to 1930, I decided to take it because again the market was running fast, and generally I wouldn't chase a stock like this, but when I saw it break through this top here and the market was strong, I thought, okay, I'm going to take it, and that's in essence what I did. So I entered the stock at 1930, and when it went up through here, I still was holding on, but when it took that first jog down, I got out at 1961. So not a bad trade for a $19 stock. And again, it was almost a bit of a revenge trade, but it definitely worked out. So let me just bring back this screen again, just to remind you, this is how you get into the trading room. Now, I can tell you that we're starting to amass a really good group of traders, and I encourage you, if you have the program, please, by all means, come on in because we want to help you. If you're not too comfortable yet with trade ideas and the program, we're all there. Well, I'm certainly there to help you. But we also have some other traders. I'm not the only one who are making stock selections, and we have one gentleman today. I think Trade 14. I mean, he had some awesome picks today. DDD was one of them, and there was another biotech. I can't remember it, but we definitely we're amassing a great group of traders. So I encourage you to come in, and great trading.